All right, what are we doing today, Mina?
We're going to talk about our trip to Osaka
Expo on the first day?
and USJ on the second day.
But there's a twist. I will try to use as many ACAN pre-first words and expressions as I can. All right, let's do this.
Yeah, please check it out.
Here we are as we set off on our trip to Osaka. Tato couldn't hold back his excitement. After all, this trip had all the things that he loved: trains, amusement parks, and family.
Hello!
It was early morning, but we were all fired up. It was a big family gathering.
My grandparents from Ehime were meeting us there, and so were Aunt Saki and her husband Ken-san.
This was a trip that we'd been planning for months. An invitation from Uncle Ryosuke and his newly wedded wife Nachan is what prompted us to go. What lured all of us to Osaka was a chance to visit the World Expo. They were able to get us tickets, so there was no way we were going to pass up the chance to attend this rare event. We also jumped at the opportunity to go to USJ. Well, one of us seemed hesitant about seeing dinosaurs and zombies there.
And there's me.
Yes, you were asking me about the travel itinerary.
First, we're gonna go to where? First Shinjuku, then Tokyo, then Shin Osaka.
The train pulled in right on time. It was the same train that Saki and Ken-san were on. Together, we rode the train to Tokyo Station. Here's Mina and I. We were all smiles. Trains tend to trigger her motion sickness, but she seems okay here.
Yeah, it's because I took medicine.
That's right. It has become an indispensable part of our travel kit. Tato is gazing out the train window with a blissful smile. Tokyo Station is particularly exciting because of all the Shinkansen. Since I knew Riley was going to get restless on the train, I decided to let him walk around.
He's trying to get inside Ken-san's suitcase.
What a mischievous little guy.
That's not your bag.
As soon as we boarded our Shinkansen, Riley began eating his sandwich.
I offered some to Tato, but he didn't want any.
Yeah, he usually just settles for sliced bread.
Yeah, funny.
This app on Mommy's iPad had been instrumental in keeping Riley busy.
He calls it obenkyo.
Mina nodded off halfway through the train ride. Her head balanced perfectly on this yoga block.
It's just right for sleeping on the train.
Mommy and I were wondering why you were carrying that thing around. But I guess all that effort paid off.
How about Tato? Didn't he sleep?
Nope, he was looking outside the whole entire time. To keep Riley preoccupied, we let him watch videos using these new headphones. They're made for kids and surprisingly durable. They're holding up great.
I want one too.
Maybe we'll get you a pair of Bluetooth earbuds or something.
Yay!
Anyway, we arrived at Shin Osaka at approximately 11:30. These cutout stands are irresistible to the kids. They can't help but jump in and strike a pose. As we were transferring to the local lines, Yuka encountered a woman decked out in the Expo colors, blue and red.
I don't think she was being serious.
Well, that's debatable. We'd heard that Osaka Station was easy to get lost in, but we managed to find our connecting trains without any issues. Here's a close-up of Riley. And Mommy is showing off her bag. Speaking of bags, we didn't want to carry around our bulky luggage. Fortunately, the Expo had official storage at Bentencho Station for 1,000 yen apiece. It was very well organized, and they had outstanding customer service. Poor Ken-san wound up having to look after the kids while we were checking in our bags.
I was trying to help him, but Tato and Riley were bad.
This is us on our way to Umeshima Station where the expo was held.
It's so crowded.
We had to split up so we could all get on the same train. As was expected, we had to put up with the crowded trains. I couldn't help but feel for the people who use this train line to commute.
Yeah, I feel bad for them.
Stressful moments like this call for some lighthearted bantering.
0.5. 0.4.
We were trying to count down the exact moment when the train came to a stop.
0.1. 0.05.
Wow, look at all these people.
With the weather cooling down and the expo ending soon, we knew it was going to be crowded. But this exceeded our expectations, and not in a good way. Umeshima, more like Akumushima.
That was a bad joke.
Gloomy skies loomed overhead, and this line seemed to stretch on endlessly. Taito started to grumble about his tired legs. I applaud Yuka's decision to bring folding stools so that the kids and Saki, who's carrying a child, could sit down along the way. Meanwhile, Riley is replenishing his energy with guts gear. We can always count on Mina to keep her brothers entertained.
That really hurt.
But thanks to you, we were able to make it through the entrance gate without the boys becoming too fussy. We decided to wait for Ryosuke, Natchan, Kaji, and Yuko Mama in front of the grand ring. While there, we couldn't miss out on a photo op with the expo's mascot. When Myaku Myaku was first unveiled, there were mixed opinions about its design. Some people felt that its red ring-like head with googly eyes was creepy and weird. But me, I loved Myaku Myaku from the start. Do you know why it's shaped like that?
No?
The round shapes represent cells and water.
Oh.
I also love the contrast between the red and blue. Very eye-catching.
Mommy and Saki both liked it too.
Not at first though, but as the expo went on, Myaku Myaku's design really started to grow on them.
I thought it was cute too. Well, kimo kawaii.
Before long, we were able to meet up with the entire group. It's not often we're all in one place, so it felt like a real privilege. Here we are mapping out our path. We abandoned any hope of entering the more popular pavilions, but that was okay. We were happy just exploring the massive expo grounds.
Are you looking at the map, sir?
Riley was interested in finding all of the Pokemon scattered around the site. And here we are, standing before the enormous grand ring. We had to dodge people left and right as we made our way to the Commons, a joint exhibition space for countries that did not have its own pavilion. On the way there, we passed through Inochi Park.
This was a really cool spot.
Yeah, it was. Mist sprayed up from the ground every so often, obscuring our view completely and immersing us in a mystical world.
It was so foggy, I couldn't see anything.
Man, did you see that fog? All right, go find your grandma.
After hours of walking, Taito's legs grew weary. So we decided to let him have a turn in the stroller. Riley was happy to accommodate. This gave him the perfect opportunity to browse the commons area at his own pace. Taito played the djembe drums of West Africa.
And I tried on a Nigerian hat.
Riley got to dance along to the beats of the Shakir with a man from Togo.
Funny.
It was quite the multicultural experience. Riley can be a bit clumsy at times. And here's Taito and the kids, curious about the moving fish on the floor. One of the highlights of the expo was going around the different pavilions collecting stamps.
Yeah, I think I got the most stamps.
Yes, it brought out the competitive nature in all of us. I teased Tato about sitting in a stroller, but he wasn't having it.
Because I'm tired.
Tato thought he was sly, picking his nose while I wasn't looking. He wasn't sly at all.
Tato, gross.
It started to drizzle, so we waited at this covered seating area until the rain let up. While there, Ken-san, Yuko Mama, and Yuka went to get us food from the nearby pavilions. To kill some time, I decided to let Riley try out the auto tracking feature on my camera. Surprisingly, it was able to keep up while he was dashing from side to side. Tato was given the choice of chitara or gummies to snack on. He opted for the chitara.
Oh, you like the cheese? Oh.
I'm not sure what this exotic Angolan dish is called, but it was delicious.
Yeah, I think it was black beans over rice.
Please let us know in the comments if you know what it's called. We were concerned about the long lines to the bathroom during peak congestion times. This caused a dilemma when Riley suddenly had to use the number 2. The line was moving rather slowly, and I wasn't sure if he could hold out much longer. But we narrowly made it.
Phew.
If we had to wait any longer, it would have been disastrous.
Yeah, seriously.
I was captivated by the shimmering metallic wall. How did they create that effect?
Both Tato and Riley were getting tired of walking. Our stroller here is sturdy enough to carry 2 kids. But the lack of space was problematic. They were clearly frustrated having to share the stroller with each other.
Why can't they just get along?
I know, right? They need to learn to work together. Anyway, Tato was trying to gulp down his water, but we had to monitor his fluid intake, or else he would need to go to the bathroom a lot.
Yeah, he should just take small sips along the way.
This is where I gave you the camera, and I told you to act like an influencer.
Hello! We are here at Banpaku, and it's very crowded, but it's a once-in-a-lifetime event, so we're gonna make the most of it. Peace.
You eventually ran out of things to talk about, but I thought you did great.
Thanks. We're gonna check a pavilion here.
The one pavilion that we got to go to was Portugal. While we were in line, I tried to flag down an employee to see if we could skip the lines because we had a toddler with us.
Under 1 age.
Nope, that only works with kids less than 1 year old. However, they did have priority access for pregnant visitors.
So Tato and I got to go in first with Saki and Ken-san. This is a video I took inside the pavilion. Notice the little boy running back and forth by the big screen?
Tato! I hope he wasn't a nuisance to the other guests. Yuka and I eventually made it into the pavilion. We loved this display. It highlights many Portuguese words from the 16th century that are still retained in the Japanese language today.
Here's Riley enjoying the dangling rope.
But that area was prohibited. Riley. Going up on the Grand Ring felt long overdue. For the longest time, I'd been wanting to walk along the elevated path, which overlooks the entire Expo site, as well as Osaka Bay and the surrounding cityscapes. The Grand Ring is a remarkable structure that utilizes the Nuki technique. This is a construction method that joins wooden beams without using any nails or metal fasteners. It really shows off the ingenuity of Japanese architecture.
What are you talking about?
It's strong, okay? That ring is really well built. Despite the rain, it was awesome getting a first-hand look at the Grand Ring.
It's raining so much.
If I had one criticism of this expo, it was the limited stock of myaku goods. Some of the items were so high in demand that they sold out instantly. However, on the way back from taking Tato to the restroom, I stumbled on a ringside marketplace that had a wide selection and relatively short lines. It was a bit of a detour, but I'm glad we were able to get our hands on some souvenirs and novelty items.
Like this and this.
Daddy loves his myak goods.
Here's a wholesome moment that occurred when the kids were waiting for us to finish shopping.
I told you to not drink water.
Tato was yelling, while Mina and Riley were simultaneously copying everything he was saying.
Yeah, maybe we're sugar high.
It was starting to get dark, and we were apprehensive about the train ride home, so we decided to call it a day.
Everyone for lunch.
No, it's not that gonna be sorry.
The Expo 2025 Osaka managed to surpass our expectations, and an amazing time was had by all. That night, we stayed in a serviced rental apartment located near USJ. It included a full kitchen, separate living and sleeping areas, and even a washing machine.
And the top floor had a hot spring too.
That was awesome, right? So relaxing. After we checked into our room, Yuko Mama whipped up some dinner for everyone. We tried not to get too carried away since we knew we had an early start the next day. We turned in for the night, and it was on to day 2. It was forecasted to rain all day today, but we had the foresight to bring raincoats for the kids.
He's sleeping.
There's no way we would have called off our visit to USJ. We needed to show up to the park by 7 so that we'd have a chance to go on some of the popular rides. Our station was located right next to the freight yard. As tempting as it was for Tato to sit there and watch the freight trains go by, we had to get going because Ryosuke and Nachan were meeting us at Universal City Station. Look at all these people.
I know, right?
We're accustomed to the long lines from Disney, but the unfamiliarity of USJ and all this rain posed new challenges. Luckily for us, Ryosuke and Nachan were quite knowledgeable about USJ, so we all followed their lead.
Thank you.
It was quite the ordeal to get through the entrance gates, but we eventually made it in. Everyone rushed for Super Nintendo World. However, our progress was hindered when Tato needed to stop by the restroom.
I need to go toilet. Oh, Tato.
It's okay. When you have to go, you have to go. Despite all that, we made it to Super Nintendo World in good time.
Nintendo.
Finally, I was able to go to Maryland.
I know, right? I'd been promising to take you there since you were 4.
It's been 5 years, Daddy.
Well, better late than never. These glowing pipes looked incredible. I was amazed. What originated as a 4-bit video game had grown into a real-life adventure zone. To illustrate this point, take a look at this Goomba.
And piranha plant.
And these iconic blocks.
Yeah, Nachan let me borrow her power-up band.
Oh, and there's Bowser's castle. Riley heard Bowser's growl and was immediately scared.
Are you scared?
We got in line for Mario Kart Koopa's Challenge. Even though the line was really long, I was stunned at the level of detail in every corner. Poor Riley did not meet the height requirement, so we had to convince him that the ride was too scary for him.
It worked.
Yeah, Riley was clinging to mommy the whole time we were in line. Here we are, putting on our racing goggles and gearing up for the race. This ride uses cutting-edge AR technology to simulate high-speed racing through iconic Mario Kart courses.
We also had to battle Team Bowser.
That's right. It was a ton of fun. After the ride, we saw Princess Peach,
Hello, Princess Peach.
Toad, Mario, and Luigi.
Yo, Mario.
Oh, do you like my Koopa backpack?
You should probably stick with your Randoseru, Pumpkin. Riley was looking for a particular item. Something blue and white. We could not make out what he was trying to say. We were deciding our next course of action when Mario suddenly emerged from the back area. He gave us a subtle bow before tending to his fans.
Hello, Mario.
It's a lunchtime. We rejoiced when we got reservations to Kinopio's cafe. Check out this spacious interior with screens lining the walls. They're made to look like windows that give a glimpse of the outside Mario world. Wow, Mina, you're cracking up at Riley.
I know.
I was like,
Every so often, the toad's peaceful existence was interrupted by the arrival of Bowser. We expected Riley to be scared too, but he wasn't falling for it. He said, "This is TV, that's why it's okay." How observant of him. The food was so tasty, and it had exclusive Mario-themed extras which we got to keep as souvenirs. Look, Tato snatched my fries. I let him off with a warning though. That was good.
that was very, very yum.
We definitely recommend it.
Riley's trying to get people to carry him.
Yeah, everyone spoils him.
I know. No one carries me.
Sweetie, you're too heavy. Before leaving Super Nintendo World, Riley broke into a spontaneous dance. He didn't seem intimidated by all of the people watching either.
Scared. You're gonna slip.
Inevitably, Tato would join in too. You should have danced too.
I did. A little.
Look, Mina intentionally wore yellow and denim.
Yup.
Why is that?
Because we were going to...
Yes, it was such a strong likeness that everyone immediately recognized the reference. Oh, we stopped by to see Waterworld. You can tell that Riley and Mina were scared, but that was overshadowed by Yuka's shrieking. As we approached Jurassic Park, Mina asked me how we knew that some dinosaurs had feathers. I explained to her that fossils can help offer clues about what dinosaurs may have looked like. Riley was trembling at the thought of seeing dinosaurs. I was going to hold off on visiting the Jurassic Park area, but we had to due to the heavy rain.
Look, we could see a raptor.
That's right. As it turns out, Riley's not scared if the dinosaurs are caged up.
No.
Now, onto the Minion area.
First, we went on this Minion ride.
I chose not to, since those kinds of rides make me feel nauseous.
The staff gave us trick-or-treats, and Riley got a birthday sticker.
They do a really great job of catering to the kids. We were looking forward to watching Sing on tour. But do you remember what happened?
Yeah, it broke down.
Can you believe it? In the opening act, Mr. Moon suddenly stopped moving. After a few minutes, they announced that they would need to halt the show due to technical difficulties. It was disappointing, but we were compensated with special vouchers for a different attraction. So, we decided to go see Jaws. Poor Riley was reluctant to ride this. We also noticed that Riley has an underbite when he's scared.
Well, it was very scary.
Whoa, Yuko Mama and Tato got soaked. When I went to check up on him afterwards, he made this face. I was confused until I realized he was doing a shark impersonation. As we were walking to our next destination, we happened upon Kuromi and My Melody.
Yeah, we were lucky. So many people were waiting to see her.
At Snoopy Studios, Riley was able to burn off some of his pent-up energy.
What are you doing?
Here's Hello Kitty's Cupcake Dream. You see that one group spinning really fast?
Yeah, that was us.
And Riley got to do Elmo's Little Drive.
Oh, there he goes.
He was doing okay until he started colliding into the other drivers. I hope he doesn't grow up to be a reckless driver.
That's pretty bad.
Well, he's a better driver than you at that age.
What?
Yeah, look. This is from 6 years ago.
Oh.
Okay, back to the present. This was Big Bird's Big Top Circus. Tato was able to overcome his fear of falling and rode the merry-go-round by himself. I'm so proud of him. Elmo's Go-Go skateboard was an underrated ride. I thought it was a simple kids ride, but it was actually pretty intense. Oh, and we were able to get a picture with Hello Kitty.
That's not Hello Kitty.
It isn't?
No, that's Dear Daniel.
What? They look identical. On to the wizarding world of Harry Potter. I love this area. For someone who is obsessed with trains, this was perfect.
Nice, dude.
Here is Sirius Black, a cautious yet fiercely loyal figure.
Why are you talking like that, Dad?
Never mind. The boys were intrigued by the mandrake in the shop window. We were able to take in the majestic beauty of Hogwarts Castle. And here, Mina tried to talk me into buying her a wand.
I can think of Harry Potter.
I refrained, considering she couldn't even recall Ron's last name.
Rensley?
Then let's go to Singer's Row.
Since our earlier plans to see Sing on Tour fell through, we had to give it another shot. The show was back in operation, so we made our way to Illumination Theater. Sing on Tour was great, but as soon as we exited, there were zombies everywhere.
I was so surprised.
We had to walk through this treacherous street with zombies lurking around each corner. And you were on the verge of tears.
No, I was just pretending.
Okay. Well, we decided to retreat to a safer spot, Louis' New York Pizza Parlor.
Nice pizza.
Here, I accused Tato of something.
Man, I was in the bathroom and Tato kept farting so loudly.
No, it was a menu. Yeah.
Minion Park has some hilarious restrooms. Next, we went to ride Despicable Me Minion Mayhem.
I had so much fun on this.
Me too. It might have been my favorite attraction. Riley just barely missed out on the height requirement, so he was turned away at the entrance. I'm sure it must have been discouraging, but he seemed ecstatic because he was able to ride VillainCon Minion Blast.
Yeah, Riley loves shooting things, so it was perfect for him.
The streets remained perilous though, with zombies still roaming outside. I was feeling daring, so I deliberately walked up to them to assess the situation. Luckily for me, I was not bitten. Tato came through for his little brother, acting as a human shield between him and the zombies. While it was chaotic outside, the gift shops were quite peaceful. Tato kept bugging me to buy these sunglasses. I eventually gave in and bought it for him. Don't ask me how much it cost. It was nearing closing time, so we decided to head back to the hotel. We were able to see and do so many things. We commend Ryosuke and Nachan for their fine planning.
Yes, thank you guys.
There was just one minor setback at the end. I missed the train. On the final day, we rounded up everyone to celebrate Riley's 4th birthday. Happy birthday, Riley. Oh, he tried to consume the cake whole.
Jeez, save some for the rest of us.
The Expo was epic,
The rides were wild.
but it all comes down to the laughter we shared. Now, all the words that you saw today are taken from the Eiken pre-first test. If you are studying English, I advise you to go back and review them all. See how they're used in context. We've included a full list of words in the comments section, so please be sure to check it out.
Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you
Next time.
Bye!
So, do you remember what these round shapes are supposed to represent?
Cells?
And?
Blood?
No, water droplets. Scary. But now that you mention it, it could be blood too. Blood cells. Oh yeah, blood cells. Cells.
Yeah.
Oh. I guess you're right.
The end.
Why are you talking like that, Dad?